Alrighty, so today we see the Scorpius Rex go up against the Indoraptor. These two are the more medium-sized hybrids in the Jurassic World universe, and we're gonna see who comes out on top. I decided to do this video after watching Camp Cretaceous and not agreeing with the Goji Center's version of the match, so I wanted to put the facts together myself. And heads up, this will contain spoilers for Camp Cretaceous and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Overview. Scorpius Rex was the first ever genetic hybrid designed in Jurassic World. It had some deformities and was too temperamental to control, so it was scrapped and they moved on to other projects. Indorapter was designed as a smaller version of the Indominus Rex so that it could better be controlled and be used for war. Wu believed it was still a prototype though, needing the blood from Blue to be perfect. Size. Indoraptor is 10.17 feet tall and 23.95 feet long and weighs 1.1 tons. Meanwhile, Scorpius Rex is 11.25 feet tall and 26.25 feet long. Its weight is unknown, but it's likely at least a ton or more. Strength. Indoraptor has a bite force of at least 8,000 newtons, comparing it to a velociraptor. It can break through a metal staircase and kill humans with ease. It only took about 53 seconds for it to dispatch Blue in their fight, and after it fell was able to do a pull-up and get itself back up on the roof, which is impressive for a dinosaur. Looking at the shape of the Scorpius Rex's head, we can probably compare its bite force to something like Carnotaurus, which would have a bite force of 3,400 newtons. But far more impressively, we see it be able to take down and overpower a 76,000 pound Brachiosaurus, and even if it's only taking out one leg to drop it, that's still 19,000 pounds that leg could support. And when we see two of them fighting each other, they're casually tossing around a 2.75 ton limo, so these feats aren't exactly outliers. Speed. The Indoraptor is stated to be able to run 40 miles an hour and is able to keep pace with Blue in a fight. Scorpius Rex was able to outrun a Gallimimus, which would put it in about the 30-mile-per-hour speed range. It can also easily jump 15 feet into the air. That's not even its best feat. When we first see it, it travels over 180 feet in somewhere between 3 seconds to 1 second. If it was 3 seconds, it puts it just over 40 miles an hour. If it was 1 second, it puts it at over 125 miles per hour. Durability. The Indoraptor is bullet resistant, and after falling out of a one-story window onto a roof, it was stunned for about 5 to 8 seconds, give or take. And in its final moments, it died by falling out of a skylight onto a Triceratops skull. Now the Scorpius Rex, it was able to tank attacks from Blue, not leaving any noticeable damage. The way it ended up dying was that an entire building, the old Jurassic Park building, fell down, crushing 2 of them. That's right, we get to see 2 Scorpius Rexes on the island for a time, and we see something interesting when they come into contact. Fighting each other, being equals, it seemed that they weren't able to fight much longer than 2 minutes before they had to disengage. They seemed very adamant at wanting to get rid of each other, so the only reason I can think that they would have to disengage after such a short period of time is that they don't have great stamina. This could be from their short snout, and animals like pugs that have this, they have issues breathing, and thus that would end up with their short stamina. This also, while we're going over physical characteristics, might be a good time to mention that despite this thing being thin as a twig, it's probably so fast and strong because of twitch muscles, which are really small muscles but can in seconds do great bursts of strength and speed. Skill and intelligence. The Indoraptor was designed to be a weapon of war, to hunt down and kill soldiers. However, it's never really left its cage, so it's only going off of its incomplete genetic makeup. It's as smart as, if not perhaps smarter than, a velociraptor. It's able to outsmart humans of questionable intelligence, but it also couldn't hunt down its prey in the same room as it, only a few feet away. This could have been from the dark, but that doesn't really help it out much. Scorpius Rex wasn't the most refined hybrid. It could take down plenty of different prey on the island, but it wasn't as smart as a velociraptor even. and it was able to be distracted by large amounts of heat signatures, and even when it fought blue, it couldn't really outmaneuver it, just outstats it. Hacks. Indorapter was stated to have echolocation, but this was never really seen or utilized, so it might not be present in the prototype, so it won't have any bearing on the fight, while Scorpius Rex has thermal vision and has poisonous quills. Victor. So breaking it down, we can see that the Indorapter is a good bit smarter and has a stronger bite force. Meanwhile, the Scorpius Rex is bigger, stronger, faster, and actually has the presence of some hack abilities. Some people would say that the poisonous quills wouldn't make any difference because the Indorapter is bullet resistant, but we see that it is susceptible to being pierced by tranquilizer darts. And in real life, scorpion fish quills are as sharp as hypodermic needles, so they should be able to pierce it, and bullet resistant materials usually can be pierced by things like needles and knives too. Now the poison from these quills wouldn't kill an Indoraptor, it didn't even kill a teenage girl, but it would throw him off edge and give Scorpius Rex a bit more of an advantage in the one area where Indoraptor is ahead, is the skill and intelligence. Also keep in mind that Indoraptor, after falling from its own weight only a single story, was stunned for a couple of seconds. The Scorpius Rex that would weigh similar and can jump higher than a story, if landing on it, should also stun it, and it wouldn't be able to fight back against Scorpius Rex for a few seconds, while Scorpius Rex can just tear him apart. I declare the winner Scorpius Rex and give it to him 8 out of 10 times.